Pieces of a Woman is directed by Kornél, written by Kata, Wéber, produced by Martin Scorsese, and stars Vanessa Kirby, Shia LaBeouf, Ellen Burstyn, and Molly Parker, and tells the story of a heartbreaking home birth that leaves a woman grappling with a profound emotional fallout, isolated from her partner and family by a chasm of grief. What's going on, guys? This is Joshua, aka Fish Filmmaker 3940 Reviews, where I talk movies, TV, and music. And if you guys like to talk any one of those things, thank you guys so much for watching and coming over to the channel. Be sure to like this video, comment down below what you guys think of this, share this video with all your friends. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified when newest videos are up, when I go live, or when I post my community tab. Otherwise, you're not going to get every notification for every single thing here. Also, if you like to send money to my time, or if you want to send a fan mail, you can email me privately or do that as well. Or if you check out my merchandise store, if you would like to get some future filmmaker 3940 reviews merchandise. Also, if you want to send something to my Amazon wish list, you can do that as well. With that being said, let's get into my thoughts on Pieces of a Woman. So when it comes to Pieces of a Woman, this was a movie that it had my interest because of Vanessa Kirby, Shia LaBeouf, which I know a lot of people are rightfully upset with right now. And also, Martin Scorsese was one of the producers about this, and then I heard a lot of things, read some of the early reactions from TIFF from last year, the film festival where this movie premiered in, how this movie is very unsettling. The first 30 minutes are very emotional and such, and so I decided, let me give it a try. And to be honest, I wasn't so sure how I was going to feel about this movie. So I knew that this was going to be some kind of interesting, but let's just get into everything I really liked about Pieces of a Woman. First up, let's get into the real thing here, I'm gonna say, because let me just say right now, everyone in the cast is phenomenal. Everyone in this cast does a great job in this movie. Vanessa Kirby, she deserves an Oscar nomination. Honestly, I think she's gonna win because her performance in this movie, she is great. She is dealing with the loss of it. This is a character who is dealing with loss and tragedy and more physical emotion that she can handle. She's dealing with a lot of personal pain and tragedy because this movie is cathartic, but the experience of losing a child, if you are someone who is a mother and father, married or not married, you do see the pain and the grief that this movie goes through, and I definitely loved what this movie was going for. I loved what they were doing here. I thought just the way Vanessa Kirby's performance played out in this role, she is great. She has to go through a lot of emotions here, and it's well done. Also, I just want to say to everyone else in the cast, they do a really great job too. I liked Shia LaBeouf separating the art from the artist. I thought he was great, and he did a fantastic job in his performance. And also, I loved Ellen Burstyn here. She was great as the mother, as he's trying to beat her for her daughter. And Molly Parker and Snook, Iliza Shlesinger, and one of the Safdie brothers, who I didn't know was going to be in this. He's actually really good in this movie, so I think they all do a great job as well in directing movies like Good Time, Uncut Gems. Here, this is a very well done cast for great performances in this film. Also, I do have to come out and say right now that this is basically a very well directed film and a very well written film by Kornél and Kata Wéber. What Mundruczó and Wéber are able to do, they're able to put you in this environment and leave you emotionally drained, devastated, and give you this raw and devastating and exceptional and very well done character study and subject matter themes with loss and grieving, because grief is a very big subject that this movie does tackle on, and with the subject matter and the physical emotions, and also with the structured story, which I found to be very interesting because I really liked the way this movie was structured. I do think the editor of the movie did a really great job in terms of the way this film is structured. It's structured in a way where you have flashbacks and then you do have a real thing. David Jensko did a really great job with the editing, and also Howard Shore, the most well-respected composer for the Lord of the Rings and Seven and the Spotlight and the Aviator and such. His score is very haunting, very emotional, and very devastating. It fits just in mind with the themes and subject matter that the movie is telling you. But the subject matter here, I sat here for the entire 2 hours and 8 minutes invested. I was never bored. I felt the pain that these characters were getting through. These characters are so well written with ferocious anger and understated melancholy, and you can, especially the first 30 minutes of this movie, when you do see Martha's birth to her child and the loss that she has to carry, it is heartbreaking, but at the same time, those last 30 minutes were very I felt uneased as I was watching that, because the fact that you're seeing a woman giving life and then that life to be taken away is heartbreaking, is sad, and is very emotionally investing. But you see why things are going on the way they do, and I was very impressed with how the direction of writing went about it. And when you get into the rest of the movie is just as strong as the first 30 minutes, but it's really dependent on this cast and the director and the whole structure of the story that really takes you on into what is really going on. And I found myself really sitting here thinking that this was very much a character study, and I felt like I was almost kind of on this journey with her, and the pain that this character has to go through, you see the pain that she has to go through. It's heartbreaking, it's sad, it's devastating, but at the very most, it makes you care about this character and what she's going through. And it's not only her, but just Shia LaBeouf and what he's going through with his little situation. I do have an issue on how they do use him, which we'll get into my negative, but that's really the only thing negative I will say about this. But we'll get to it, because I think that the characters are very well developed, the structure of the film is very emotional, and I found myself just floored and found myself caring about every little detail that went on into this. And it just, you knew that something is going on with this couple, because they're dealing with a personal tragedy, they're dealing with a personal loss, which is not easy for anyone to deal with. So with that being said, I do want to go into my little negative. If I had one little issue to complain about, I will say that is how the handling of Shia LaBeouf's character, Sean, who is in love with Martha. I like the performance and I like where they took the character, but I just felt like you could have been a little utilized more. But again, I know people are upset with Shia LaBeouf, and rightfully so, but you separate the art from the artist. But other than that, that's the only real negative I can think of when it comes to Pieces of a Woman. At the end of the day, Pieces of a Woman is amazing. This is definitely one of the best movies of 2021 that they have to offer. It's dealing with personal loss and grief and tragedy and the pain that one woman feels. The opening 30 minutes is one of the most riveting things. The performances are great. The acting is solid. The direction and writing is very, very good. This movie is not going to be for everyone because of the 30 minutes, because of the subject matter, and of course the story structure. But if you're willing to look at this and try and take in the fact that this movie is dealing with the loss of one woman and her pain, I think you will very much enjoy this movie. Okay, know who you are going into this. This is a very emotionally devastating and heartbreaking at times, but very well written and very well made. So I'm gonna give this my better than Vampire Academy. I really enjoyed this movie. So let me know in the comment section down below. What did you think of Pieces of a Woman? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? All my social media links are in the description box down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. You guys keep it cool. Join the Epictasticness, and I will be back with more 2021 released movie reviews that I've yet to do.